Down south in North Carolina, the L-1 tank engine arrives safely in Ye Old Fortress. Despite there being no trolley tracks around, the L-1 can't shake the feeling that somebody is watching. Mallard has been assigned a train to Atlanta. He makes his way to the station and couples on. Mallard's best friend, the Pennsylvania Railroad T1, arrives with a northbound train. The T1 asks how the second fastest steam locomotive in the world is doing today. Mallard reminds the T1 that while the T1's alleged record was recorded by a man with a stopwatch, Mallard's record was recorded by the precision instruments of a dynamometer car. The T1 replies that it's only a matter of time until something more official is recorded for the T1. Then it will be time to have duck for dinner. Mallard is given the clearance to head south. He tries for a fast start, but that middle rod starts acting up again. It never was quite right after that record run. The T1 continues northbound, but wonders how to get his top speed recorded officially. The standard 410-wheeler has been assigned a train for Washington. He leaves the roundhouse but forgets he still has something coupled onto his tender. The standard 4 kicks whatever it is off his tender and goes to get his train. Sheriff Panko arrives back in town and sees what he has long suspected was in the area, a mobile moonshine still. The Dash 8 and another Dash 8 roll into town. They see the sheriff is here, so they ditch the gun and make a break for it. Now that I think about it, isn't at least that one Dash 8 supposed to be in jail? I guess so. The J50 rolls back into town and sees the gun in the yard. The J50 hides in the roundhouse. The yard goat does not want the gun in the yard, so he tacks it onto a train for Asheville. The yard goat finds the special water wagons on the turntable lead. He asks the 5600 to hide them before the sheriff comes back. The Ginty has been assigned a local freight train to Asheville and leaves the roundhouse. The Ginty asks the 5600 for assistance with her train. The 5600 agrees, seeing an opportunity to hide the wagons somewhere up the line. The L1 begins the return journey to Salisbury. Passing through Clinch Cross, the L1 is honked at by a truck driver wondering why there are trains on the road. The most unusual freight train arrives in Statesville for a scheduled meet with the L1. The 5600 takes the opportunity to hide the special water wagons near a coal mine. The L1 arrives in town as Chadson continues to keep a vigilant watch. The freight train departs town, and Chadson sees the gun. It is the most glorious thing he has ever seen. Chadson wants to follow the gun, but is facing the wrong way. He speeds down the main line to Spencer Junction so he can turn around. Chadson passes the truck driver and gets honked at because, well, no one's really sure, as trolleys use the roads too. Gadwall returns from Washington, and Sheriff Panko rolls back into town as well. The sheriff has caught the two escaped Dash 8s, but wants to follow up on the shine still. He instructs the NWSD 40 to leave him by the roundhouse and take the two scallywags back to jail. The Dash 9 reminds the children that crime does not pay. Gadwall returns to the roundhouse for a nice rest. Gadwall has found the J50. Chadson catches up with his newly beloved at Ye Old Fortress. The Ginty is surprised to see Chadson and asks how he is running without electricity from the overhead wires. Chadson asks, "What do you mean?" The Ginty isn't sure what to do about this. The 5600 goes to throw the blue-finned Chadson back into his electric pond. The Ginty asks how she will pull the whole train up the hill by herself. The 5600 replies that the Dash 8 of Shame will be happy to help. The Dash 8 of Shame asks how he can be of assistance. The Ginty remembers that the C-39 Dash 8s built for Norfolk Southern were built with the cab at the back. She asks the Dash 8 to back up. It turns out this Dash 8 was built for Conrail, with the cab in the front. The Ginty clarifies that she would like a push up the mountain. The Dash 8 of Shame moves into position and gives a helping shove. Overshot.